that team across the field is a conference foe. And that's exactly what we have in this showdown coming up. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the home of the USC Trojans, the storied Los Angeles Coliseum. As we'll see, the winners of 4 straight, the Oregon State Beavers, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the USC Trojans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. The Trojans will kick it away to start us off. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So Oregon State's offense will get the ball first. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming in this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Looking to throw, it's Murphy. Quick completion on the out. Gets it up to the 35-yard line before going out of bounds. Let's take just a second here and look big picture for Oregon State. Every team needs those big dudes up front, and man, they got a mauler from the high school recruiting ranks. Big 4-star D lineman. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Well, you see the excitement from the fan base and the reaction. It's all over the place, and you understand why. Because just being able to have that size at that position, play the defensive line, is so important for these college teams. He'll fit right in.
Caught in the backfield, it's Williams. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
There's just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Got a man. It's Durant. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37.
Well, you love to see this on the first drive of the game, right? Third down, go back to the old faithful, the slant pass, something you put in on day one install back in spring practice. Executed perfectly, keep this drive alive.
They're going to run it. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
To the air, it's Murphy. It's complete on the right side. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Finds some fresh air. Flying out to the left. Touchdown, Southern Cal. This defense makes a big play and putting it in the end zone.
You know, they say sometimes you got to be at the right place at the right time, and that linebacker was. When that ball came free, he saw it immediately, was able to scoop it, show you the speed, and he takes it back for a long touchdown.
It'll be a run on 3rd and short. That defensive front just flat whipped him as they knock him down for a big loss.
Man, a lot of times when you blitz that linebacker, it's about timing. You don't show your hand, and he gets up to the line of scrimmage, gets right through the line, makes the tackle for the legs.
And as soon as the running back gets the football, he's got a face full of linebacker.
Not much you can do there. Like, you got to have a little better block. You got to identify that blitz a little bit faster by the offensive line.
They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down. The Trojans offense will have its first possession of the game. Guys, if you listen closely, I think you can hear the jawing going already between this quarterback and wide receiver. What a matchup, Jesse, it's going to be between those two.
You know, so many people have already been talking about this individual one-on-one matchup, David, and it's going to be happening out on an island all game long. The receiver's got speed, he's got game-breaking ability, catching the football, can climb the ladder. He's going up against one of the...
Turning it on! Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play. And the legendary John McKay would be proud of the execution of the running game and picking up the first down.
The basic principles of the run game, right? The easy stuff, the boring stuff, not fancy, not loved. Everybody likes points and all that other, stuff that goes with it, but you got to get the good running game. USC doing a good job early.
And the Trojans have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. To the air, it's Mayava. Throws to the wideout. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive.
This defensive coaching staff, they love their secondary, and they love the matchups they have. They believe they've got 5 guys at least back there that can cover one-on-one. You saw a great example of it there on 3rd down, forcing the incompletion.
That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. The Trojans send out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. They call it a coffin corner kick for a reason, and you really can't do it any better than that. He puts that thing out of bounds right around the goal line. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. They are stuck deep in their own territory and trying to get out, opening the drive from their own 3. From the gun, the ground game. He finds enough room to get it over the 10-yard line, and he's down at 13.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
They've got him pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep him there. From the gun to give, looking for room. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a 1st down.
And I love these offensive coaches going right back to your guy. I believe in you. Just because you fumbled doesn't mean I'm not going to give you the football.
Yeah, he's repaying the favor right now of this coaching staff as well. Doesn't it just seem like he's running with a little bit more juice? He looks like he's ticked off.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Durant. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the 2nd drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Intercepted for the 11th time. Never had a chance to get rolling after the pick, but he gives him the ball in prime field position at the 40. Great place to start for this offense. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. And the Trojans have taken it inside the 20. Pulls and throws off the RPO. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
D looks as if they're about to bring the heat. He's got the tight end. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense.
You can just see the command this guy has of the offense. He's been picking this defense apart, matriculating the ball down the field. He's now got him in the red zone, close to the goal line. I wouldn't be...
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, USC!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Out of the gun to give to the back. And he is stopped behind the line, and that's how we'll finish the first quarter. As we head to the quarter break, it is USC holding the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. Looking to throw, it's Murphy. Grabbed over the middle, it's Carr. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
We've seen a ton of this tonight. They just keep giving him the ball, and he keeps running into brick walls. Not much running room again. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. Right on the money. Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30.
This is a receiver who's so dangerous once he has the football in his hands. That's a simple slant pass, but after he catches it, he's able to work in the middle of the field, finds the open green, and get the first down.
He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Did a speed bump on that last play. Now work to do on 2nd and 15. Wants to adjust the pattern. Wide receiver comes in motion. Going up top again. That's caught. It's Durant. And he's brought down after a nice game.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
Firing to the right, complete. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon State. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Wide receiver going in motion. Off play action on first down. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And don't get it twisted. A big part of this team's formula for success defensively is getting after the quarterback. In their last game, they had 6 sacks, won the game. They know they've got to be able to get after the QB, and this one put some pressure on them, and they're already off to a great start.
The play action fake. Fires to the middle. Wide open downfield. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. The Trojans are in the hurry-up. Best uniforms in the sport, and a play is made befitting of those threads.
Well, this is not the format to have a debate back and forth. Not the best uniform in sports, but definitely always a lot of flash and sizzle with USC offenses.
And the Trojans will have it first and 10.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them, they're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football, that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
They bring him down, but he's got a first and goal from the 10. The Trojans pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
And it's not a surprise who they gave the football to. When you get down in this area, they're going to call his name. The physical back, they're going to give him the football. They're going to use their identity of physicality and run game down here in the red zone.
Touchdown, Trojans! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. I don't know exactly what the defensive coverage was, but it certainly wasn't part of the plan to leave him that wide open.
Well, I don't think they know what their defensive coverage was either. How do you leave that big guy open down here in the red zone? You know the quarterback loves the big tight ends in this area. Really poor job by the defense.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He gets a block. Oh, what vision. Can they catch him? One little mistake in your kick coverage unit against this dude, and you are in a world of trouble, and they were barely able to keep him from scoring. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Looking downfield, it's Murphy. Quick strike complete. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Down to 2 minutes to play in the half, and the referee signal for the 2-minute timeout. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Little over anxious out of the stands early, and it's a false start.
False start on offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will... the penalty. They'll line up for a second down play. Back to pass. Takes the easy throw in the flat. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
And this offense has a chance to pull even as we get deep in the first half. Defense trying to hold on to the lead.
Timeout, USC.
New set of downs after the completion. Tight end finds a soft spot. Touchdown, Beavers! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, who knows how things are going to finish up in the Big Ten this season, but this is a game to keep in mind. Iowa was able to finish off a close one in Iowa City today. They did just enough, both offensively and defensively, to come away with a dub. Maybe survive and advance. Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a Big Ten matchup like this is going to go a long way in telling the story of each of these teams' seasons.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Motion from the back. Back to throw. It's Mayava. Grab behind the line. It's Washington.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Leaves it with the running back. Breaks into the open. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling there out to the 35. Looking to throw on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Lane. Makes the stop at the 49, but not before he gets in plus territory, gets 15 and a first down. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Slings it downfield. Makes a connection. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the grab. It's Washington. And he's brought down after a nice gain. He built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball in the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like he threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
Makes the catch. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Looking to fire. Makes the catch. And he won't be able to push his way in. He's stopped at the 1. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. And the Trojans will try to punch it in on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And they just tried to slam it in from the doorstep, but they went nowhere, and it'll be marked down at the 1. The offense burns its third and final timeout of the half. Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? They'll run it left, looking for the end zone here. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
Really nice physical running that time. Nice push up front by the offensive line. Getting it in for the touchdown. They now take a one-possession lead here with just a little bit of time left in the first half.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Can't hold on. He had it right down the middle, and he flat dropped it.
Well, he did a good job getting to the middle of the field. That's where the offense wanted to attack on that play. He's just got to do a better job looking that football in.
To the air, it's Murphy. Got it in the middle, it's Card. They bring him down, but not before he gets a first down at the 35. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Quarterback may change this route. Looking downfield on first down. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Got it in the middle. It's Bacon. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. To the air on first down. A shot toward the end zone. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Los Angeles.
The kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with accuracy.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. Defense showing heavy blitz at the line. To the ground with the back. Cross the 30 to the 35, and that's a gain of 6.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
Caught in the backfield. It's Washington. There he goes. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one. The Trojans want to move quickly.
And that's a good lesson for quarterbacks out there. When you're throwing to your running backs, if you get it to them early and they've got some space around them, they can do damage. And that's exactly what happened there. These guys are trained to be great once they have the ball in their hands. He makes people miss. He shows you the speed, and it's a big chunk play in the pass game.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed, and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field. What a big gain for the offense.
Looking to throw, it's Mayava. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
Man, it's nice to have a quarterback that can do this. Last week he was unbelievable. This week, even better. This dude is absolutely on fire, in the zone, feeling it, using the whole field, doing whatever he wants, when he wants, how he wants.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Catch in the middle, it's Jordan. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. And the holder will spot it on the 14 for a 24-yard attempt. And this one is perfect. And now the lead is extended a little further. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Snagged in the middle. It's Bacon. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be 1st down.
QBs, when they see these zone coverages, man, some of them panic. Some of them throw it too quickly and can make bad decisions. I like how he waited a little bit, waited for the right window, the right opportunity. There's always going to be holes in zones. I just got to be a little bit patient.
Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Murphy. Gets it out fast.
And on the slant route, I love the location of the throw by the quarterback. He's not making it difficult on his receiver. He's putting the football out in front, hitting his receiver right in the face mask and making it easy for him.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Looking to throw again. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Got some room to run. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Looking to throw on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Washington. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Gonna swing it on 2nd down. Got it! They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. And the Trojans are threatening on 1st and goal. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Jordan. And he will score! Touchdown, Trojans! They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. after giving up that score. Now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so he puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. He wants to change this route. Scanning the field, it's Murphy. Still looking, on the move. Had to throw it before he wanted. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Zings it complete to the right. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Snap from the gun on third down. Gonna take a shot. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Defense did a great job. Third and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody dug their heel in the ground. They're able to break on the ball and force the incompletion.
On fourth down, going to the air. Hauls it in, the first down and more. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. And the Beavers are marching down the field. Looking to throw on first down. Lets it fly. Catch and stride inside the 15. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
And that one is right on target if his target was the first row.
You simply don't see that very often. A quarterback of this guy's caliber missing a guy wide open in the end zone. He makes those throws in his sleep.
Back to pass, it's Murphy. Under fire. Touchdown, Oregon State. Quick strike through the air for the score. That dude's really big. How in the world did they lose him?
Because down here he does a lot of blocking, and you play a lot of man coverage in the red zone. And what do? Peek in the backfield, and you lose the big fella. I don't know how he lost that big of a guy, but he lost him recently.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Their lead is down to 10. It's moments like this you start to feel a little bit of heat to put points on the board. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
The offense thought they had a good look to run that play into with the QB, but there's just an example of a defender winning his one-on-one battle and making a tremendous play. Great effort by that guy.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Hand off from the shotgun. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
They got zero push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield. The Trojans will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And they make the tackle, but it'll be enough for a first down, and we'll see if they get another playoff here in the third. That's the end of the period, and USC has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. So first down will open up the final period. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
They'll move the wide receiver. To throw, it's Murphy. Plucks it out of the air.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield and he moves the sticks.
The Beavers come to the line with a new set of downs. Making side adjustments here. Wants to throw on first down. Throws for the tight end. Hauls it in. This tight end just creates matchup problems no matter how you try to defend him.
How about the catch radius on him, too? So as a quarterback, you don't have to be perfect when throwing it to him. You just got to get it somewhere in his vicinity.
And he throws another interception, his third one of the night. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. The goalpost breathing down their neck as they're backed up in their own end, starting the drive from their own one. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if they're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. The give on the option. Oh, he's got some space. And what moves this guy has. The jukes, the wiggles, the squirts just went right past him and picked up the first down. The offense lines up at its own 14-yard line. First down. He'll keep it himself. Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line. They'll go to work on second down after doing damage on the ground. They'll run play action. Fires to the right. He's got an open man. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Trojans are flying down the field. He'll do it himself. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
This is one of the things that's hard about stopping the option. That wasn't a big gain, but you look up, and they're in 2nd and short, 2nd and medium. They put you behind the sticks consistently as a defense. This defense has to be aggressive, make sure they get to this quarterback, and make him make quick decisions.
This feels like 4-down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Only able to pick up a yard before he stopped, and now it's 4th and 3. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. from 55 yards out, and he's got it. Never a doubt. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, a big-time top 25 duel. Let's get right to the pictures. Oregon has opened up the playbook, and they are scoring in bunches right now. This offense has been electric. They're up 14 over Michigan. We'll circle back to this Big Ten battle. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Back to pass, it's Murphy. It's complete to the right. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. The Beavers want to crank the tempo.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long, different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Quarterback making adjustments. Wants to fire on second down. Quickly out to the tight end. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. What that means is keeping third downs management. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play call.
On third and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Hauls it in. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. They absolutely had to have that third down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defense.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they took a shot on that one but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete. So now it's second and long. Just keeps slinging it. Fires to the wideout. Finds space on the right. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. Looking for a man. It's Murphy. Shoots it to the left. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
Oh, quarterback off target on that one. And in this two-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Beavers have it with a first and goal. He's looking to throw. Got his man out of the backfield. Touchdown, Beavers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Yeah, and that's step one. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or two, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. One possession game, getting late, first order of business, just take care of the football.
So they call it a situation 4-minute offense, where you're trying to run the football and throw high percentage passes to maintain possession and bleed the clock. This is a very difficult point of the game to execute at a high level there.
Yeah, and listen, what you understand as an offense is if I get 1 or 2 first downs, this ball game's over. And that's your sole objective. Not scoring, take care of the football, get a few first downs, walk out with a W.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Trojans are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Defense looks as if it's coming. Wants to throw. It's Mayava. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down, but hold everything. There is a flag. Let's see what that's about.
Hold it. Defense.
You can grab, but you can't hold on. A defensive holding penalty will give this offense a 1st down. Free yards, 1st down for the offense after that penalty. Down to a knee here. The defense still has a couple of timeouts if they want to use them. They get the W, and with that being win